After months of setbacks, the new National Hospital may soon become a reality. Tonight on our news, we'll tell you what's happening next week. Plus, critics say opposition votes outnumbered the PLP, but the Prime Minister pushes back. We ask him what this means heading into a general election. And the sales, the crowds, and the must-have items? Our Danielle Miller hits the streets to find out how Black Friday deals stacked up this year. Then in our news at 7:30. Called crumbs and chump change, the union's rebuke to the government pay raises, and the Prime Minister's sharp reaction. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. The Davis administration says it's finally ready to move ahead on the country's newest hospital. Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville revealing they're excited or expected to sign that heads of agreement with China Exim Bank next week. He made the comment on the sidelines of the Public Hospitals Authority Academy's graduation ceremony Friday. After months of setbacks, Dr. Darville says they're now ready to go. Joshua Williams gets us started tonight.
Government is one step closer to making the new specialty hospital a reality. Since announcing plans to construct a $300 million 200-bed women and children's hospital in Western New Providence between Saunders Beach and the Six-Legged Roundabout, there's been a lot of back and forth about the environmental concerns and funding. But Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville says they will be signing on the dotted line soon.
With the grace of God, we'll have it signed by next week, Friday. I'm excited about it because very soon you'll begin to see the various tractors at the site doing the land preparation to make way for the new contractor to start the work on the new specialty hospital.
But what about the current hospital? Since cutting the ribbon at the official opening ceremony of Princess Margaret Hospital's A&E wing last December, the facility has experienced a number of setbacks, from incomplete construction to missing parts for key infrastructure such as the air conditioning. But Public Hospitals Authority Director Dr. Albany Rule says they've already begun using the new space.
On November 10th, we did do a partial move already that takes care of what we call the acute patients. So we have those patients with observations, cardiology, all of that. That worked out well. It's anticipated probably the next few weeks we'll be able to move.
Dr. Darville also says construction is now underway on the Freeport Health campus despite some setbacks.
Some of the funding associated with it was tied up with loan agreement from CIBC, and once that was cleared and cash was dispersed, the contractor is now in full swing.
71 students graduated from the PHA Academy today as well. The health minister says those young professionals will fill this new facility along with others around the country. Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Josh. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Philip Davis defending Monday's win at the polls, addressing concerns about low voter turnout and what many say is rising voter apathy after this week's Golden Isles by-election. The MP-elect for the area is the PLP's Darren Pickstock, who secured 1,873 votes. The Free National Movement's Brian Brown got 1,636. Coalition of Independents' Brian Roll, 345. And independent candidate Karen Butler, 16 votes. Just under 8,000 voters were registered in the constituency, but fewer than 4,000 actually voted. When asked about criticism, the opposition's total votes together outpaced the PLP's. Davis was firm, insisting his party still won. But with a general election looming, Davis was also pressed on how his administration plans to tackle voter apathy. He admits efforts are underway to boost participation, though he says nothing has been finalized.
We won. That's my response to them. We won. Don't forget, this is democracy. Voters have a choice to vote or not to vote. That's a choice. And if they don't vote, that's a choice. Democracy has free will. So if they don't want to vote or participate, that's their choice. For my part, I'm going to ensure that those persons who support me, support my party, I'm going to ensure that I inspire them to vote. I'm going to try to ensure they are not apathetic to vote.
All right, a 17-year-old accused in a deadly mass shooting is seeking bail, saying he's not safe in prison after being attacked, and officials stopped another planned ambush. Prosecutors allege he took part in the August 10th shooting that killed Eden Louis and Markintash Singh-Till and injured 5 others: Hayden Brias, Trish Louis, Wendy Singh-Till, Cara Rogers, and Gregory Jean-Charles. The victims were outside a home on Roberta Drive in Ridgeland Park when 2 gunmen jumped out of a silver Nissan Cube and opened fire. Since his September 30th remand, officials say he was attacked in the prison sickbay and moved again after inmates in his dorm planned a second attack. His attorneys argue he should be granted bail because prison staff can't guarantee his safety. Well, government putting sexual harassment in the workplace front and center with a national forum today aimed at tackling what officials call one of the country's most underreported and overlooked forms of abuse. More than 100 HR managers, corporate leaders, and frontline staff took part in what organizers described as an intimate, safe conversation, giving women space to speak openly about their experiences. Department of Gender and Family Affairs, which sits under the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, led the initiative, saying sexual harassment is too often silenced or minimized in professional settings, even as gender-based violence remains a national concern. Director Charmy Farrington urged a cultural shift in how the country acknowledges and responds to the issue.
As we move about the country, we have our ear to the ground to find out from women what is happening, what do we need to address. Now, what you'll find with sexual harassment, because it's an issue that impacts the workplace and a person's position on the job, a lot of women are not, they don't want to come forward. We're encouraging them, and that's why the intimate session, to come in and to tell us what actually is happening with them in the workplace, whether or not favors are being withheld, jobs are being withheld from them based on sexual favors or any type of things, whether they're being denied promotion because, there's obstacle or challenging work behavior.
And Farrington says the biggest barrier is silence, with far too many women afraid to report harassment because they fear losing their jobs, missing promotions, or being labeled difficult. Experts at today's forum, including policy specialists, psychologists, and educators, guided HR teams through building stronger anti-harassment policies and how to conduct proper, thorough investigations. Farrington made it clear employers must acknowledge the problem and act decisively.
We want all of our young, especially women out there who are experiencing these things because, of course, it is an unwelcome behavior. And so we want these women to know that if you are experiencing these kinds of unwelcome behavior, please come to Human Resources. Let them know. Go to your Human Resource Department, report it. And it's always the police, as is always. There are agencies such as the Crisis Center, who's here today. You can report and they will, of course, point you to the appropriate agency. And, of course, the Department of Gender and Family Affairs.
All right, Black Friday shopping in full swing from the early morning hours today. Our Danielle Miller, she caught up with shoppers hunting for the best deals on some of the hottest items of the year. And she tells us in this report, it did not disappoint.
It's the day after Thanksgiving, which means it's Black Friday. The day has been around for decades. Black Friday got its name in the 1960s thanks to the Philadelphia Police Department's description of the chaos caused by shoppers. Retailers then redefined the name in the 80s to promote the start of the holiday shopping season when their profits spiked. Historically, the day has caused hysteria in the United States, with the tradition making its way to the Bahamas. I visited several stores today that offered big discounts, like Carlo Bahamas. This Black Friday, they offered customers up to 75% off on a variety of designer handbags, clothing, shoes, and more. Customers told me the drive to Bahama for the sale was worth it.
100%, but
you have to get there in time. You have to get there in time to find pieces.
The prices were great. They had a wide selection of items available for sale.
Over at the paint place, sales associate Tamara Thompson said they offered consumers more than 20% off their products.
so it's an extra that you can take advantage of.
And there were deals on jewelry too. Inventory manager for Jewels by the Sea, Jennifer St. Ford, told me they offered up to 75% off their pieces.
So far, it's been kind of steady, not super rushy, but pretty steady.
And at Alive Stores, Vice President for Marketing and Consumer Solutions, Amber Carey, said their Black Friday deals lured customers in before the crack of dawn.
I was down at Southwest this morning at 4 a.m. We had people lining up from then.
With television prices as low as $269, Ian Dames said that's a good deal.
I think that's a fair price. I'm going for my daughter. I need a bigger TV. It's a big man.
Reporting for our news, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, thanks so much for that, Danielle. We've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson, he's standing by in the Weather Center. Happy Friday, Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Kenny, and a happy TGIF, everybody. Of course, it's being Black Friday. I hope you got out there and catch some of those sales. I missed a couple of those, but we'll talk about that a little later. 73 degrees is our current temperature. Very pleasant, but breezy conditions on the outside. Mostly cloudy skies. Northeast winds, look at the speed, 23 miles per hour. It feels like temperature is a very comfortable 70 degrees. Temperatures right now around the Family of Islands. We are in the upper 60s across the extreme northern island. 68 in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Marshall, up the coast, 69. We pick up 70s. Alistown, Bimini, over in Great Harbor, Key, the Berry Islands. 73 in Nicholstown, Andros, here in the capital. Governor's Harbor, 75 there. Central Bahamas, 76 in Kemps Bay. We pick up a string of 75s in Black Point, Exuma Chains, Arthurstown, Cat Island, and in Copentown, San Salvador. Georgetown, 76, Deadman's Key, and Port Nelson, Rum Key. 77 and into the Southeast Bahamas. 80 degrees in Duncantown, Ragged Island, Abrahams Bay. 77 in Curl Hill, Crooked Island, Delectable Bay. Matthewtown, Inagua, 81. You share that temperature with Providenciales, Tricks, and Caicos Islands. You guys are also 81 degrees at this hour. Satellite radar composite. Massive clouds associated with a frontal boundary that dropped across our area. It's now parked across the central Bahamas, but a lot of moisture associated with the front will continue to plague us throughout the night and into tomorrow. We're looking at some cloudy skies. Not going to see too much in terms of the sun. May get a peak or two, but we may get one or two small spotty showers as the front continues to weaken. Strong high pressure building behind that will continue to generate some very strong winds. Near gale for the northwest Bahamas tomorrow. So we ask you boaters and you beachgoers, stay out of the waters. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Coming up in sports, it's almost game time, so we're going to get you through this pretty quickly so you can head to Kendall Isaacs.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the R News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Embrace technology and the digital.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. Game day is finally here. Team Bahamas takes on Canada in the first window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Gotta protect home court.
Tip-off is set for 8:30 p.m. at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium, and we anticipate a raucous atmosphere for what I'm sure is going to be the upset against the fifth-ranked program in the world. Team Bahamas had their final practice session last night. The roster is ready to go. Now they need the support from the home crowd.
I want to talk to the Bahamian people just to let them know. Home court matters. We were 9 points away from going to the Olympics. And so do not sit back as we open in our pursuance of excellence. So we are asking you to come out, support, bring your cowbells, bring your goatskin drums, everything. Home court matters.
The Bahamas travels to face Canada in the second half of the home and away series on December 1st. Group B also includes Puerto Rico and Jamaica. Team Bahamas faces 2 road games next spring, against Jamaica on February 26th, followed by a matchup against Puerto Rico on March 1st. The final push comes next summer with 2 games at home, July 3rd against Puerto Rico and July 6th against Jamaica. To advance, the Bahamas must finish among the top 3 teams in the group, and 7 nations across the Americas will punch their ticket to the 2027 FIBA World Cup in Qatar.
Thanksgiving is always a busy time for college hoops here in the Bahamas, and one program took out the time to engage in some community outreach. Before they took the court at the Battle for Atlantis, the Colorado State Rams held a basketball clinic with students from Judith P. Thompson and T.G. Glover Primary Schools.
And a week isn't a week without top plays. That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as a high rise in Hong Kong leaves more than 100 dead. Plus, Washington steps up its presence in the region, and the president says new actions are coming very soon. And $6.4 billion in a single day, and Black Friday could go even higher. The story when Our News returns.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. At least 128 people are dead after a massive fire tore through a cluster of high-rise apartment buildings in Hong Kong. the city's deadliest blaze in more than 70 years. Investigators say flammable construction materials on the outside of the buildings helped the fire spread, with dozens still missing and nearly 80 others injured. 11 people have been arrested so far, including engineering directors and scaffolding contractors, as police probe possible corruption and gross negligence linked to renovation works. More than 2,000 firefighters worked to contain the inferno, which reached temperatures of 500 degrees Celsius. The Hong Kong government has opened shelters for displaced residents as grieving families gather to identify loved ones. The United States military stepping up its presence in the Caribbean with a cruise missile destroyer and F-35B fighter jets now operating out of Puerto Rico. The USS Gravely docked in Ponce on Thursday, while Reuters cameras captured an F-35B taking off from the former Roosevelt Roads base on the island's eastern side. Washington has been ramping up its posture near Venezuela as tensions with President Nicolas Maduro's government continues to grow. On Thursday night, President Trump said the United States will very soon take action against suspected Venezuelan drug traffickers on land, though no formal operations have been publicly confirmed. Authorities in Tobago investigating the murder of an American visitor found fatally stabbed late Wednesday night. Police identify the victim as 42-year-old Christopher Brown of Silverthorne, Colorado. They say he was out having dinner and drinks with friends in seaside village of Castara before leaving to buy marijuana. A short time later, officers say they received a report of a motionless body on Depot Road. Brown was found with multiple wounds, including a metallic object protruding from his back. Tobago's tourism ministry calls the killing deeply disturbing and says it's shaken the peaceful community. Police confirm one suspect is in custody, but no charges have been laid. Online shoppers just set a new Thanksgiving record in the U.S., spending $6.5 billion on Thursday. That's up 5% from last year. Adobe analysts say the surge was fueled by deep discounts, especially on electronics, and a big jump in mobile impulse-led shopping. Another game changer, Adobe says, was AI retail assistants. Adobe reports traffic from AI chatbots to online stores soared more than 700%, and those users were far more likely to check out. Adobe says it now expects Black Friday to break another record, with sales projected to climb more than 8% over last year. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was November 28th. Then in our news at 7:30, election fever is rising and the Prime Minister says he's now waiting on one key report. We'll tell you why it matters. Plus, Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, they're everywhere, but are they safe for you? We break down what you should know when our news returns.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and a live fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the R News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
On this day in Bahamian history, in 1908, Royal Bank of Canada opened its first Bahamian branch in Nassau between Frederick and Charlotte Streets. In 1910, Charles Walpole Sawyer, lifelong educator and namesake of a primary school in New Providence, was born in Eleuthera. He passed in 1986 at the age of 85. 1917, Olympic sailor Derwent Knowles was born in Nassau. He won the Bahamas' first Olympic gold in 1964, was knighted in 1996, and passed in 2018 at the age of 100. For more events that made history today, head over to ournews.bs. All right, so when's the last time you spent an evening being serenaded by the sounds of a live band only performing the best in R&B music? Well, Nassau Cruise Port is giving you the chance to live in that fantasy once again this Sunday with their 4th edition of Soulful Sundays. The event will feature crowd favorites Zavi and Donnie, Navandria Lyric, and Essence Band. Hosting the event, Rika C. and Das Quay. Assistant Events Manager Aisha Roll said the event has made its return because of the demand from the public.
It actually was a call from, people that would have attended, just like, hey, I haven't seen Soulful Sunday on the calendar. Are we still having it this year? I'm like, well, now that you asked, we could do something.
And the concert is already sold out. VIP tickets, but tables and general admission is still available. Roll says attendees can anticipate an evening full of surprises.
We had some nice giveaways. House of Assembly would have given away a purse last year. We have a lot of our tenants that participate. So you got to come out and see for yourself.
All right, if you want to watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, visit ournews.bs. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Up now is Atalia Hall with the latest headlines. Atalia, Soulful Sunday sounds like something we could do. We haven't done anything since Shaggy.
We're always making promises.
At the Jerk Jam.
we did go out there when you showed the proof.
We did make that one.
Yes.
So I feel like this one,
okay.
I feel like we should
try again. All right, we'll try again. All right.
Let's get some more memories in. Yeah.
One word, Ken. TGIF. All right?
Very that.
One word.
Very that.
Thanks so much. And don't forget, stay locked into our news every week from now until December for your shot at driving away in a brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta. It's the ultimate giveaway. Brought to you by Our News, Alive and Auto Mall. To learn more, head over to ournews.bs to learn how you can win. Good luck. Here are your latest headlines. A disturbing voice recording is raising serious questions about patient care at the Princess Margaret Hospital. First tonight on Our News at 7:30. Also, a convicted sex offender is still waiting for his day in court 2 years later because key trial records are missing. We have courtroom details. Plus, more Bahamians are turning to trendy weight loss injections, but doctors say they're not for everyone. Hear what you need to know before considering them. The story when Our News at 7:30 returns.
Whether you're battling a chronic condition or offsetting a new injury, Doctors Hospital's comprehensive rehab services offer the help you need now.
Go to doctors.
3 advanced facilities at Collins Avenue, Carmichael Road, and Cable Beach means your personalized plan for care is just a visit away. From physiotherapy to occupational therapy and speech and language pathology, our team approach is all about rebuilding together. For a full list of services, visit doctorshosp.com/rehabilitation. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1777.
Welcome to our news. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. First tonight, Prime Minister Philip Davis once again expressing disappointment in the displeasure coming from union affiliates after salary increases were reportedly paid to over 17,000 public servants this morning. On Wednesday, Bahamas National Alliance of Trade Union Congress President Belinda Wilson blasted the Davis administration for giving civil servants what she describes as crumbs from the Prime Minister's table, saying workers received chump change, some nothing at all. And with threats of possible industrial action, Davis expressed his disappointment to the reporters on the sidelines of the PHA Academy's graduation ceremony.
The increases is something that I gave to them, and they will have an opportunity to during the course of their negotiations for their new industrial agreement, to raise those issues there. That was not a matter that was negotiated by them. It was something I did for them.
And a fiery response from the Bahamas National Alliance of Trade Union President Belinda Wilson, accusing the administration of making excuses, saying she's still waiting for a full list of who was paid and how much. Wilson also took a direct aim at the Prime Minister, saying he, quote, sent a boy to do a man's job, end quote, by having his communications director defend the payouts and arguing that lack of consultation with teachers and public service unions caused the very disappointment the Prime Minister complained about. She says civil servants are disappointed and want transparency and proper dialogue going forward. Well, with election fever in the air, Prime Minister Philip Davis says he's awaiting the constituency's commission report. This after Commission Chairman and Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper said earlier this week, while he could not comment on specific recommendations, the work has been completed. Back in July, the Deputy Prime Minister estimated that the boundaries report would be completed in August. However, that was delayed after Prime Minister Philip Davis asked the Commission to revisit the report for the sake of accuracy. He spoke to reporters today briefly on the sidelines of a graduation ceremony.
He's been talking about it, and it's not been finalized by the committee yet, and I still await that.
Well, a disturbing voice recording is sparking outrage tonight. The family of a 28-year-old sickle cell patient claims she was left lying in her own urine overnight at the Princess Margaret Hospital with no assistance from nursing staff while recovering from surgery. They say the ordeal has shattered their trust in the nation's primary public health care facility. In response, the Public Hospitals Authority has launched an investigation into the alleged mistreatment. PHA Managing Director Dr. Abinette Roll confirmed found. She is aware of the situation, adding that officials are awaiting the outcome of that investigation before determining what action will be taken.
I've not personally spoken to the patient and or family members EMD, but my team has spoken with the patient, and I've also had an opportunity to speak with the nurse in charge of all nurses, as well as the hospital administrator. As we speak now, they're doing those investigations and preparing reports for me. It is sad if that is indeed the truth. Nurses are all trained. They are basic things that we do for patients, but I just need to hear from the investigation, and then we'll be able to advise on the situation.
The appeal of a man convicted of molesting his daughter remains on hold due to missing trial transcripts 2 years after his conviction in November 2023. The father, identified as Oshi, is serving a 27-year sentence for incest. According to the prosecution's case, the man began having sex with his daughter after his wife and her mother died in 2013. The sexual abuse continued until his daughter was 21. The father denied the allegations and accused his daughter of being promiscuous. Switching gears now, weight loss drugs have exploded in popularity worldwide, and here at home, more Bahamians are asking about options like Ozempic and Mounjaro. Originally designed for diabetes, these medications are now FDA approved for obesity, but doctors warn they're not for everyone. Tonight, our news anchor Kendino Knowles reports on what you need to know before starting.
In the Bahamas, where nearly 76% of adults are overweight or obese, according to Pan American Health Organization, weight loss isn't just about looks. It's about survival. So it's no surprise more Bahamians are turning to weight loss medications. But doctors say social media hype has overshadowed the real science. Local physician Dr. Keisha Smith explains that drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro fall into a class called GLP-1 agonists, originally approved to treat type 2 diabetes.
And by doing this, they also found that all these persons who are on this medication, that they're also losing weight and they're getting their blood pressures controlled. They're becoming more active because, as you know, with weight loss, a person can feel better, puts them out of range for many CNCDs.
GLP-1 drugs slow digestion, regulate appetite, and improve insulin response. They've been labeled game changers, but research from the Cleveland Clinic shows real-world results can be lower than clinical trials, and that's often because people stop taking the medication or use incorrect doses. The Food and Drug Administration has also issued warnings about unapproved or counterfeit versions sold online, urging patients to get prescriptions only through licensed providers. Paradise Healthcare Services, where Dr. Smith is medical director, is one of them.
Don't just throw me and everybody on.
So it's going to ask, is it for everybody though?
Some persons who have underlying thyroid issues, you want to be very careful. Those persons I refer to endocrinologists to let them handle that part of it. And then I also do the screening for diabetes, because then if you are a type 2 diabetes with very high glucose readings, again, I would refer them to the endocrinologist because they may need other medications.
And for patients who have struggled for years, especially those over 300 pounds, GLP-1 medications can help reduce blood pressure, improve mobility, and lower the risk of heart disease. But doctors warn against sharing medication, chasing unrealistic weight goals, or pushing into dangerous underweight ranges.
Too much weight loss. When you start to become underweight, you run the risk of getting bone injuries, especially in menopausal or perimenopausal women, at risk for getting your bone density decreases. And one fall, you could break a leg.
The first step, she says, is simply booking an appointment.
I do try to help my patients, having them come in for a consultation to find out what are the reasons, try to figure out why is it that you gained so much weight, and what is inhibiting you from getting to your weight loss goal. And so we sit down, we have a consultation, we make a plan, and we move from there.
And Dr. Smith emphasizes that weight loss medication works best with lifestyle changes, medical supervision, and realistic goals. She says if you're considering it, speak with your doctor and definitely avoid unapproved products. Reporting for our news, I'm Kendino Knowles.
All right, interesting report. Thanks so much for that, Kendino. Well, cool temperatures in the capital on this TGIF Friday. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look. Greg, cool temperatures.
Yeah, thanks, Italian. A happy TGIF, everybody, on this Black Friday. Of course, sales were going on, so I hope you caught some sales. I didn't catch any, but yeah, that's my fault. 73 degrees on the outside right now under mostly cloudy skies. North-northeast winds at 23 miles per hour, so it's really blowing out there. Feels like temperature is a comfortable 70 degrees. Satellite radar composite, cloud mass associated with a front boundary now drape across most of the Bahamas, northwest and central Bahamas, exception being portions of the southeastern islands. The front is still parked across the central Bahamas. We expect it to stall there for a bit, eventually moving out towards the east through Sunday. We will continue to keep the cloudy conditions with some small showers, but the breeze is going to be a problem. Looking for some very strong winds, gale to near gusts across the northwest Bahamas for the weekend. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us. A look at the last day or two in the tropics and your extended forecast still to come.
When our news comes back from the break, from healthcare to tech, students got hands-on exposure to the careers that could shape their future. And later, her bowl moment at Miss Universe sparked worldwide reactions. And now she's sharing what really happened behind the scenes. Our Daniel Miller has the story when our news returns. Stay with us.
Tired of weak, over-the-counter bug sprays? Step up your pest control game with professional-grade products from the Struckham Shop. From powerful insecticides to trusted gel baits and termiticides, we supply the same products used by Struckham Commercial Pest Services, now available for DIY homeowners and small pest control pros. Whether you're protecting your home or building your business, get the edge with the Struckham Shop.
In the Bahamas, island time is real. The history of Morris Lumber Company, established in 1945, is etched into the fabric of this proud island nation. It's a story that deserves to be celebrated in full color, and that's where we come in. Morris the Paint Place has been bringing color and vitality to homes and businesses across the Bahamas. Here, color is more than just a hue, it's a symbol of life. Together, we can paint a brighter future.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiency.
Well, students in Grand Bahama getting a hands-on look at the careers that could shape their futures. This as the 4th Innovate Grand Bahama Career Fair brought opportunities under one roof this week on the island at the Belinda Wilson Convention Center. Teachers and students from schools across the island turning out, meeting professionals, discovering new paths, and learning how to prepare for life after graduation. Grand Bahama Minister Ginger Moxie says the career fair is timely.
The government of the Bahamas is focused on bridging the skills gap in our nation's workforce, and the recent launch of the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training's national initiative, Upskill Bahamas, is a critical part of our strategy. Upskill Bahamas gives Bahamians residing on every island access to free online education and professional certifications from globally recognized institutions.
These professionals sharing more about their careers and opportunities.
We're waiting now for the sale of the airport company to come to fruition and the growth and the expansion of the airport company. And once that takes place, then we will also have opportunities for jobs.
We have a plethora of different capacities that the students can choose from. I am here representing the laboratory. We also have radiology. We have the EMS department.
When you think policing, I don't want you to think
just go out on the street and lock up. Yeah, yes, that happens. But nonetheless, we also have areas for, if you're a chef, you can come into police force.
We want to be a part of that innovation. We want Grand Bahamians to know that we are here, and we are here to help young persons between the ages of 16 and 26 to help them prepare for entry level into the workplace.
Coming up in sports, it's game day against Canada in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Visiting Hoops teams look for community outreach, and we try to get you over your Thanksgiving hangover with 10YS Plays of the Week.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trevor Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the R News social media pages, and hey, don't forget.
Welcome to R Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. Game day is finally here. Team Bahamas takes on Canada in the first window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Gotta protect home court. Tip-off is set for 8:30 p.m. at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium, and we anticipate a raucous atmosphere for what I'm sure is going to be the upset against the 5th-ranked program in the world. Team Bahamas had their final practice session last night. The roster is ready to go. Now they need the support from the home crowd.
I want to talk to the Bahamian people just to let them know. Home court matters. We were 9 points away from going to the Olympics. And so do not sit back as we open in our pursuance of excellence. So we are asking you to come out, support, bring your cowbells, bring your goatskin drums, everything. Home court matters.
The Bahamas travels to face Canada in the second half of the home and away series on December 1st. Group B also includes Puerto Rico and Jamaica. Team Bahamas faces 2 road games next spring, against Jamaica on February 26th, followed by a matchup against Puerto Rico on March 1st. The final push comes next summer with 2 games at home, July 3rd against Puerto Rico and July 6th against Jamaica. To advance, the Bahamas must finish among the top 3 teams in the group, and 7 nations across the Americas will punch their ticket to the 2027 FIBA World Cup in Qatar.
Thanksgiving is always a busy time for college hoops here in the Bahamas, and one program took out the time to engage in some community outreach. Before they took to court at the Battle for Atlantis, the Colorado State Rams held a basketball clinic with students from Judith P. Thompson and T.G. Glover Primary Schools.
I was once a kid like these kids in these shoes right here, so I know what it's like to have people like this come to schools and have impact on it, and it's a big deal. It means a lot, and so I'm hoping I can give back and give these kids the same feeling.
We've got a basketball dominant top plays because it's a basketball dominant night. Well, week for that matter. All right, let's get to top plays. At 5, who said there had to be an adjustment period to D1? Brent Moss seems like he's gonna be just fine. First double-double as a roadrunner.
At number 4, This looks like the AJ store we expected. Blame Kansas for last year. Everything is better in the SEC.
Coming in at 3, we don't know if Buddy's on the block, but if he is, always helps to remind people of the trade value. Every contender's gonna need buckets.
Another new face in a new place. Nobody gets a body on Romad Dean. Big mistake. Goes backdoor for the alley. Tulsa wins the Acrisure Holiday Invitational.
And at number 1, the play of the week, and for us, this was the sequence of the week. After everyone overreacted to a little love tap and an unjust ejection, Dayton Albury comes back to make the game winner for New Mexico. Y'all better let that man cook.
That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. Okay, so for the people not gonna make it to Kendall Isaacs in time, how do they watch?
Well, first, you're gonna make it to Kendall Isaacs on time. Second, it's gonna be on YouTube, FIBA channel.
All right, no excuse for missing the game. Support one way or another. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, her bold moment at Miss Universe sparked worldwide reaction. And now she's sharing what really happened behind the scenes. We have the full story coming up. And Greg is back with your extended weather when our news returns. Stay with us.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Don't spend hours sending individual...
This is our news. Welcome back. Cloud mass associated with the frontal boundary now draped across the northwest and central Bahamas. At the leading edge of that front actually is parked across the central Bahamas. It's expected to stall there, so we're going to continue to see the clouds with us throughout the night and into tomorrow. Breezy conditions with a very tight pressure gradient between that front and a very strong high pressure building behind that across the southeast United States will produce some hazardous beaching and boating conditions for the weekend. So we're asking you boaters and you beachgoers, stay out of the waters. Not a very good time to be out there on the waters. We expect high pressure to continue to slide out towards the east. That will continue to keep us with some rather nice conditions, not too much in terms of any cool air mass associated with the front passing across the area, but the Grand Bahama Abaco area could see some 60s, upper 50s. Taking a look at the tropics, nothing happening out there. We are still quiet. Nothing is really going to be happening for the next 2 days. We are winding down the Atlantic hurricane season, and all's quiet for the end of November. Future forecast showing the moisture with the frontal boundary across the northwest and central Bahamas. Most of the activity will stay, as I mentioned, across that area as the front stalls. A couple of spotty showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm expected throughout the period. But we expect by Sunday, most of the activity pulling out towards the east. High pressure will build back across the area, looking for some rather nice conditions for the upcoming week. Boating forecast, even though we have an advisory posted, we ask you boaters and you beachgoers to stay out of the waters. Northeasterly winds at 20 to 30 knots, and they will be gusting to near gale across the northwest Bahamas. Seas running 5 to 8 feet, but building up to 12 feet offshore and some northeasterly swells. Low tide is at 7:49 tonight. High tide taking place at 2:02 in the morning. Central Bahamas advisory posted down there as well, but stay out of the waters. Northeast winds 15 to 25 knots. Seas running 5 to 8 feet, but up to 10 feet offshore. And in the southeast Bahamas advisory posted down there as well, but more easterly 15 to 20 knots with some higher gusts. Seas running 4 to 6 feet, building up to 8 feet offshore. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, we'll keep the showers and the cloudy and breezy conditions through tomorrow, but we expect some gradual clearing by Sunday. Temperatures will be in mid-70s for Saturday, looking at some rather nice conditions for Sunday, but we start that warm up for early next week. Temperatures will be back into the 80s, mid-80s for the middle of next week. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night. Have a great and safe weekend, everybody.
Thanks so much, Greg. Well, for more than 6 decades, the Bahamas has competed in the Miss Universe pageant. This year, our reigning queen grabbed international attention at the competition for taking a stand, and the world watched it as it unfolded on social media. Our Daniel Miller recently caught up with the beauty queen.
For any of us to be talked to in the way that she was being spoken to, I think it really struck a nerve with a lot of us. And so really there was no hesitation when everybody stood up and was walking out of the room.
Miss Bahamas Universe 2025 Malik Miranda Bow sharing with me what led to the viral clip of the contestants of the Miss Universe pageant staging a walkout at the pageant that was held in Thailand. And although the organization reported that the 2025 competition shattered viewership records, some would say it was for all the wrong reasons. The biggest one was that walkout by beauty queens from around the world. News outlets report that Miss Universe Thailand National Director Nawat called Miss Universe Mexico stupid during an argument at the sashing ceremony. Bo told me when the situation happened, she thought about what backlash she may receive, but she says her principles would not let her sit silently.
I want young girls to know that even in the scariest moments, you have to be able to stand for something, otherwise you fall for anything.
The international pageant also gripping headlines during the last month with allegations of vote rigging, arrest warrants, and the hospitalization of Miss Jamaica due to injuries she received from falling off the competition stage during preliminaries. Bo told me she found out about the unfortunate incident with Miss Jamaica by seeing it on social media.
I actually went to visit her at the hospital in Thailand.
She said they shared a personal moment during her visit, and amidst all the pageant chaos, the women formed a beautiful connection she feels will last a lifetime.
Despite what's going on with Miss Universe now, one thing that I feel like I walked away with is a whole lot of new sisters and friends in every part of the world.
Reporting for our news, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, thanks so much for that, Denny. And thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening. Hi, and thank you for watching. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.